That's what happened to bro. They're dropping bombs in that lab, man. Talking about, man. Many people going on to drop bombs, man.
They're going down there to put people in the soil, man.
So that's it.
I'm put chemical weapons in people, man.
So what do today? They're the most hated people of all people, man.
That's it, brother. That's it.
Everybody, people just want to just drop a bomb there, man. People hate their guts for life.
Hey, can I say something? Whatever you said to them people today, right? It's a while ago.
Right.
I read his spirit. He's going to be thinking tonight.
Yeah.
Trust me, brother. I looked at his spirit, yeah? And something was compelling him a minute ago. I felt his spirit. And he's going to be thinking tonight when he sits down. Of course. Right? He's going to think that.
Can I say something? Because I asked him about Lamentations 5 verse 10, yeah? I said our skin was black like an oven. And he already knew that scripture was talking about. And he was like, because we didn't eat. And I was looking at him thinking, what are you talking? And I was like, all right, okay, all right. So that's why your skin had melanin in it?
Yeah.
Because you wasn't eating? And he was like,
that's the devil.
He didn't know what. Because he
that's
knows.
What Satan. That's why they said about Satan.
Yeah. Because they can't get round that.
Yeah. But you know though, his woman was shaking this when I was saying certain things to the guy. I forgot what I was saying. His woman even shook her head like, yeah, these guys are right.
Yeah. See,
they know a lot of them.
A lot. They know the deal.
They know, brother. They know the deal.
They know they're gonna get their ass whipped.
She was laughing as well. A lot of laughing.
Yeah, she was a lot of giggling. Come on. Well, yeah, let's read this, brother.
We'll read on.
Yeah.
It says, and many people, verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh.
But you know what's funny, right? When they came up, right, I asked them, where you from? So they asked us, where we from?
Yeah.
That was funny to me.
Who are you?
You're the imposters.
Right.
And he was like, how did you become the Israelites?
Right.
And he was like, no, how did you become the Israelites?
That was heavy. That's heavy.
Like Jeremiah, innit? The fathers have inherited lives.
Right.
Trying to be us, man.
That's it.
And so it's walking around trying to be Jacob.
Yeah, and you know what too? Because I was even going into the Khazarian situation. And you know, he knew where I was going with that situation. And you know what he said? He said, well, that's some of the people that, you know, that converted in Khazaria. No, it was all of you cats out there, man. Yeah. Come on, don't come with that bullshit, man. Go on, bro.
It says, to the house of the Most High, of the God of Jacob.
Right, the God of Jacob, our power. Go on.
And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Right, but you don't see the people doing that over in Israel now.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody doing that, man. Ain't nobody going over to there to take part in the Passover or the Day of Atonement and all of these biblical holidays. You don't see that happening, man. Then no one's doing that. And like this brother said, which is true, these so-called Jews, they're the most hated of all nations right now, man. So why would if the people hate them that bad, why would they go over to their land and take part in some corny baloney Passover? Come on, man. Quote you so good information.
You don't see all nations of people gathering to Israel to walk in the ways of you don't see the Arabs and the Chinese trying to walk in the ways of the Jewish people. They're trying to blow up the Jewish people.
If they had the access to it.
Exactly. So I say so. Because on the news, they went outside a prison that's full of Palestinians, and they had a barbecue and they were cooking pork. But that's your Jewish. They're the real Jews, man.
And you know what I should have did, right? Which I mean, the spirit didn't have it in my mind. I should have called them. I should have, reminded them that they call themselves Jewish.
True.
That's what I should have said. I should have said that.
Pertaining to, man.
They don't even call themselves the Israelites.
Right. But they call themselves Israeli. Now the word Israeli means modern day Jew. So what's the difference between a modern day Jew and the ancient Jews? And they're right, there is a difference because the ancient Jews is us. They're the modern day, they're the ones that got into that land by the British. They was declared a British state. The state of Israel was declared by the British, which you had the Balfour Declaration Act, which was in 1948. But prior before then, they were known as the Jewish state, or the Jews in general. Okay?
And what did he say again? He could read the manuscript or something? He said he could...
Yeah, ancient Hebrew.
Ancient Hebrew or something.
That don't mean shit.
That don't mean anything.
That don't mean anything. Now, the Arabs, they spoke Hebrew.
And they still speak Hebrew.
Yeah, because
but they call it Arabic.
Yeah.
It's a different dialect.
No, just because you can speak Hebrew don't mean you're an Israelite.
It don't mean nothing.
Don't mean shit. It's so there's gonna be Hebrews and slaves.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well,
You
where's
don't have other Hebrews and slaves.
Thank you.
Yeah, where's his
So
beard?
Hebrew don't mean shit.
Thank you. Simple as that.
Where's his beard?
So yeah, brother, we gotta stay with this.
You're joking.
And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Yeah.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
That's not happening right
That's
now.
not happening.
Go on.
And the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem.
Right, go on.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people.
Right, so who is this he talking about? Where is this he individual that's judging all of the nations today? That's not happening right now. Go on.
And they shall beat their swords into plowshares,
Okay.
and their spears into pruning hooks.
Okay.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation,
Right.
neither shall they learn war anymore.
So I thought that those people were the Jews. What's going on with this nuclear war?
Right.
What's up with that?
Right.
See, this is how you see. This is what you got to do. You got to think about what's going on, man. All right. And see, this is the thing. These people out here, or should I say that we just came across, right? They came from Israeli land, and I always talk about it, you know. And you know, they want to declare to us that we're the Jews, and they know deep down in their spirit, they know they ain't no Jews, man. They know this.
They know, man.
They know deep down, and you know how you prove it, because his wife was shaking her
I
head.
didn't see that.
Yeah, a lot.
And she agreed on what you were saying, brother. When you were saying certain things, she agreed. And they were laughing and giggling. Because they know
Exactly,
that. Man, come on,
I'm
man.
talking about the oven. They say, Austin, what's famine? And it's like when you don't eat no food. So
Right.
you're telling me because you ate no food, your skin got like mine? What are you talking about?
Doesn't make sense.
I said when you and I said to them, when you go through famine, your skin gets pale. And then they knew it. They were like shaking their head, they were like nodding their head.
Right.
Can I say something out?
Go on.
Because even I noticed even when Esau in the church as well, when Esau, the Edomites, so-called white people ask questions, they already know the answer, but they want to. What they're really doing is saying, I wonder what he knows. What does he know?
That's what they're doing. That's
They
it.
know
That's how they
the
are, man. That's how they are.
And when they've done wrong,
Yeah.
let's say, for example, an extreme example, they robbed the bank, and they don't know if you saw, and they say, "Did you hear about someone robbing the bank?"
Yeah, that's how the devil is.
That's how
the
Semantics.
devil is, bro.
What he's saying is, what he's trying to find out is, did anybody see me robbing the bank?
Yeah. That's how them Edomites work.
Esau.
That's how they
Semantics,
operate.
man.
Yeah,
Semantics.
they play them games, bro.
And that's why, he couldn't really, there wasn't no stronger argument. The only thing he could come up with is say, well, you're explaining the scriptures a bit wrong and this and that and the third. And he knew what was going on. He understood. So just, and too, like I said, a lot of these older Edomites know the deal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
These older so-called white folks, they know the truth rather than these young guys out here. They don't know shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
And
But
before you
them
get
older
on,
cats, they know.
And before you go on, he doesn't know about precept upon precept. He doesn't
Right.
know about that.
Nah, he don't know.
He don't know nothing
Hey,
about
they
that.
just read the Torah, innit?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying they do know a little something though.
Okay.
When it comes to
Yeah.
us being the Jews and all of that and other things.
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is that man, I mean, it's what year we in? We in 2018.
See.
In 2018, I'm pretty sure, man, that them so-called Jews, they know they not the Jews right now.
Yeah.
And they gotta know and acknowledge that we gotta be the Jews because the information is overwhelming. Go on.
And also, it tells you in the scriptures that Israel, we would forget basically our identity, our heritage.
Yeah, discontinue.
Now, if you check those people, show me the time period where they lost their heritage, where they lost
Doesn't
their
exist.
awareness of who they are,
Doesn't exist.
where they were in slavery and they didn't completely forgot that they were the Jews.
Yep.
Show me a time in their history, them Edomites that were here that claiming to be Jews. Show me a time in their history where they ever forgot about their heritage and their laws and their history.
Right.
That never happened in their history. But it has happened in ours.
Yeah.
We forgot ourselves.
Yep.
And we were called bywords by other races of people.
Right.
And too, the man that was standing right there, he was saying, well, how did your people come out of the land? And that was a beautiful question. Because that further, even that alone solidifies that we're the Jews.
ready, but he
He was red, boy. He was
Yeah,
red.
he was red. You saw it? So, based on that question, that further confirmed that we got to be the people of the Lord. Because it tells you that the people of God, the children of Israel, be out of the land. Yep. So if they're the children of God, should they be out of the land too?
Thank you, brother.
But they're in the land. So they can't be the people.
Logics, brother. Logics.
Go on, bro.
bombing Palestinians left, right, and centre, man. But they're God's chosen people.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't play that semantical game with us out there. We know semantics too. Okay, in the right form. Go on.
So this is all gonna say, back into what I was saying in Hosea 1 verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea,
Nice, brother.
which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Okay.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
And if you look at those people over there in the Israeli land, they're not as the sand of the sea. You go over there, you're gonna find that there's a minute majority of people. They ain't nobody there, man.
They're less than like 10, like Esau. Esau is like 10%. But the Amalekite, they're less than 10. They're like motherfucking 0.5% of that. They're on the sides of the sea. They're on the damn sides of the sea, man.
Right. God.
What are you talking about?
To the negative power.
Right. So it don't add up, man. When you read about the Israelites and you actually look at the people that's conveying themselves to be the Israelites, it don't add up, man. It doesn't add up. Not one iota. Go on.
Talk about these some damn sounds about sea, man. What are you talking about, man? You know what sea is? A sand? Wait a minute. What says? Which cannot be measured nor numbered, but shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
So that's the losing of our heritage right there. That would occur. So what time in history, like the brother was saying, have they lost their heritage? Of them being the Israelites. It don't exist. Because they're not the people. Go on.
Anyway, it says, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Right, it should be said unto them, now you are known as the sons of the living power. Ain't nobody calling them the sons of the living power. No one's calling them Israelites. Matter of fact, people hate their guts.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's like I said, what is it? We in the 21st century, right? What is it? 2018 we're in a year, and we're in a year of information being brought out at a higher level. So now that we know more, because we've been bringing this out before these times.
Yeah.
But now more is being confirmed who these so-called Jewish people are. And it's being confirmed who the so-called Europeans are. And what we've come to realize, which is way before the informational age, is that they are the biblical Edomites the Bible speaks about. That's who they are. Regardless whether they call themselves French, English, German, Jewish, they're all Edomites, man. That's what they are. You know? And she knows what I'm saying is true, man. Go on, bro. She may not understand what I'm saying, but subconsciously, she knows what I'm saying.
Subconscious witch.
Verse 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together.
Right, so now we're going back to the point. The children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, cannot forget. Where are the other 10 tribes at in that land?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah, exactly.
Because don't we have 12 tribes, right? So where's the other 11 at?
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Like, what happened, man?
Right.
They only got the Jews. What happened to Benjamin and Levi and the rest of them?
Right.
No, Salaki, you know when you ask them, they say, I'm from Levi. I'm Levi or Benjamin, and they got an organization trying to find the other tribes. They said the Cambodians are the tribe of Reuben.
Right. That's ridiculous, man. Come on. That's ridiculous, man. But this is the thing.
Desperate, isn't it? He's desperate, man.
This is the thing. I mean, like the brother said, they just trying to merge themselves into being the Jews, but they're not the people. The Bible does not back them being the Jews. Okay, if anything, it fits us more than likely. All right, go on.
They said, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together.
So what that means is you're going to have the northern kingdom gathered together with the southern kingdom. So all of the 12 tribes are going to come together, man.
Nice, brother.
And that's happening already, because what are we being gathered by? The word. Go on.
And appoint themselves one head.
Right, and appoint themselves one head. It's not going to be 2 heads or 2 sticks. It's going to be one head. We gonna all be known as brothers and sisters, man.
Right together.
All right, and that's already happening right now, because there's a camp in the States, on the west side of the States. You got brothers from the Northern Kingdom linking up with the brothers of the Southern Kingdom. So that prophecy is already happening. Okay, go on.
And it says, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel.
Right, meaning the seed of God. Right. Okay. What is it? what's the word? Seed. Zara Allah, which means the seed of God. So the world is going to acknowledge us as the people of the Most High, man. Now go back to Jeremiah, 3 and 18. Because the point of the topic is that the Lord is going to gather the Israelites, which He has scattered. Okay, and from their hard bondage that they've made to serve. Okay, and that's the so-called black, so-called Latinos, Native American Indians. We are the people of Israel, man. Okay, go on.
Oh, God.
So Jeremiah 3 verse 18.
God damn, man, that's ridiculous. Go on.
In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel.
There you go. It says the house of Judah shall walk in what is it, with the house of Israel. So what you have is you have the southern kingdom,
I should start from verse 17.
and also as well as the northern kingdom, which is the Latino people of South Central America. Go on.
Let me start verse 17. At that time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of Yahweh.
Okay.
And all the nations shall be gathered unto it.
Right. So is that happening right now? Are people going into Jerusalem right now, being gathered to hear what they got to say? No.
They're gathering to Rome.
They're more likely They're more likely gathering to America. That's what's happening. So the prophecy is more fulfilling that we are the Jews and these people cannot be the Jews.
Right.
It's not possible. When you read the Bible, okay, with thorough understanding, they cannot fit the prophecy at all. Okay? So it's a lie, man. It's a lie. Go on, brother.
Okay, brother. But if they are the Jews, then the Most High is a liar, man.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
And all the nations shall be gathered unto it to the name of the Lord to Jerusalem.
Okay.
Neither shall they walk any more after the imagination of their evil hearts.
Right, and that's not going to happen no more. They're not going to be worshiping no other gods. What is it? What we have for today? Voodoo. Okay, we have Krishna, Shiva, this god and that god, Islam. And then we have Christianity and this religion and that religion. All of that is going to be smacked up the face of the map. The only belief system that we all going to follow by is the commandments, baby. The word of God, okay? That's what the world is going to follow. Always. Go on, brother. Really not always, but the Most High's ways.
Nice, brother.
Go on.
So it says in those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel.
Right.
And they shall come together
And they
out
shall-
of the land of the north.
And they, read that again. Let's get that again.
In those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel.
Right, so Israel and the house of Judah is going to walk together and they're going to come out of the land of the north. Why is that? Because predominantly if you've grown up in America like I have, or you live in America like brothers do, you will find out that all of the 12 tribes are in America.
From America, yeah.
Okay? And guess what? 144,000 men are going to arise out of that land.
Yeah, that's the 1/3, isn't it?
Right, the 1/3. So there you have it. When you put everything together, it makes sense. When you're going by what Esau's telling you by his bullshit media, it don't make sense. Then you start to lay more into confusion. And this is why you have the right teachers. You have the men that Lord are set up in these highways and these byways to feed you with the right understanding. And we are those guys, man. We have the right, proper understanding of this Bible. Why? Because the Lord is dealing with us. How much more do I have to say that? It's evident, man.
I believe you, brother. I believe you.
Okay, it's evident. Pastor Charlie Porkchop inside these churches don't know a goddamn thing about the Bible, man. They don't know shit. Even them Episcopalian guys, man, them leaders, the popes. All they know how to do is pop children of the Baha'i, man. Go on.
Can I say something? Because also it says that we gonna come out of the land, but the Lord's gonna gather us. Yahweh Shai's gonna come back and gather us, right?
Brother, that didn't happen to them.
That happened to them. They go in that land through the bowel of declaration. You know what I'm saying? There's no scripture that says that and England shall sign a treaty with the Jewish and shall allow you to be in that land. There's no scripture that says that. It talks about Yahweh Shai coming back and bringing us to the land that He promised us. You know, that never happened to them.
Isaiah 31:5 it says, as birds flying, so Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem, defending it. Also, He would deliver it, and passing over it, He will preserve it.
And that's how it's going to go down, because see, the Lord, it says as birds flying, right? Now, like I said, this never happened to the so-called Jewish nation, right? Never happened to them. why hasn't this happened to them? Why is it never gonna happen to them? Because they're not the fucking people. Okay? They're what you call converts that converted around the 8th century AD. Okay, the time of Kagan Bullen. Kagan Bullen went shopping for a religion, could have placed those people to be Muslims or Christians, but he defined those people as being Jews or converted to what they call Judaism, which Judaism ain't even biblical and it doesn't exist. Okay? In order for you to be a Jew, you have to come out of one tribe, the tribe of Judah. That's it. Okay? And it tells you in the Bible that the Jews are black onto the ground, dark-skinned people. Go on.
So it says, but I said, how shall I put thee among the children and give thee a pleasant land,
right,
a goodly heritage,
go on,
of the host of nations? And I said, thou shalt call me my father, and shalt not turn away from me. Surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord.
I tell you what we can do, brother. Read up a couple of verses where it speaks about how the Lord will gather us from the land of the North.
Right, verse 18. In those days,
Jeremiah 16 and 15.
The house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come out of the land of the north.
Right, they shall come out of the land of the north. That's where the main deliverance is going to occur. Being that I've explained that you have all of the 12 tribes that are there. You have the so-called Negroes, Benjamin, okay, the so-called West Indians, and then you have all of the northern tribes that are down there. Why? To get beamed up. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to get another precept here. We're going to get the book of Jeremiah 16. Start with the verse where it says, let me see something real quick.
Jeremiah 16.
Yeah, Jeremiah 16. Let me see. I don't even have to do all of that. My bad.
What does it say?
Yeah, it speaks about how we're going to be delivered. It's kind of the same reference. It's the same reference. Let me see.
Even what's his name said that we were the real Jews. Adolf Hitler, man. Even though he was a Jewish guy himself. Yeah. And that's everywhere on YouTube, man.
Yeah, you done a bit. Did you do a video on it? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. But YouTube, they're blocking them now, innit?
Alright.
There you go.
So that's where I saw it.
Yeah.
Reading again, verse 18. In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel.
Right. In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel. And that's not happening right now because you don't have the other 10 or 11 tribes over there in the land of Israel. You only have 3 tribes, which they ain't a part of the 3 tribes worth a damn anyway. Okay? Go on. Levi and, Judah and Benjamin. Come on, man. Go on.
And they shall come together out of the land of the north.
And they shall come together. So there's going to be a point in time that the tribes are going to come together.
Right.
Is that happening with those people over there in the land of Israeli land? No. Go on.
So it says,
brother, don't get mad at that, man.
To the land that I have given for an inheritance unto your fathers.
Right. That's it. Because, hey, the Lord is going to gather us from where we've been scattered in, and we're going to be taken out of these lands, saved, delivered, which is why the Lord is coming back the second time. Right? Just so we can go back to the east. Prior before that happens, what you're going to have is you're going to have a destruction, a nuclear destruction that those so-called Jews are going to experience. Okay? That's what's going to happen first. And then we're going to return there to that land to rebuild back the desolate places. Are we going to build it back by our own hands? No. They're going to build it back. The heathen are going to build it back. Okay? That's the prophecy. That is prophecy. We're dealing with prophecy. We're not dealing with some make-believe bullshit, or we're dealing with something that we done made up, okay, or that we feel and think in our minds is going to happen. We're dealing with Bible prophecy. All right? Which reality is proved by Bible prophecy. Go on. That's it, right? Okay, give me Jeremiah 16 and 15. Baba Shah.
So Jeremiah 16 and 15, and it says, but Yahweh liveth that brought up the children
I'll tell you what, read up a verse 14.
Jeremiah 16 and 14, and it says, therefore behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Right, so that's going to be all gone. is we still remember that now. We still remember the history of the Israelites being brought out of Egypt, which is our historical documentation. But now the new thing is going to come on the scene when the kingdom is set up. It's going to be a memorial that we were delivered from the land of the north. All right? That's all it is, man. It's going to be remembered that we are selected, that we were delivered from the land of the north and all of the lands which we've been scattered abroad. Go on. Yeah, if you look at them too long, they'll feel the need to come over. Yeah, just be on the lookout though. Go on.
And it says, verse 15, but Yahweh liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north,
right, which is North America, go on.
and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again unto their land,
right,
and that I gave unto their fathers.
Right. And that's how it's going to go down. So we're going to be given a land from our father Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is going to give the edict, and Yahweh Shai is going to do the job. Okay? And that's how it's going down, man. So, hey, man, it's already being proven time in and time out that we are the real Jews, man. Okay? It's proven. It's proven. Okay? What other way can we prove it? The only way that we can prove it, the best way you can prove it, is by using the Bible to prove it. And that's why these scum-of-the-kind individuals that came up, they had not a strong argument. Because their argument has no substance to them proving that they're the people of God. There's no proof. So give me the scripture where it says, I think it's in, he's already read it. You got a precept, right? Okay, get that.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Revelations 21 verse.
Actually, no, drop that. Get Isaiah 11 and 11. Just thought about that just now. Because in the last days, the real Israelites are going to be scattered in every land.
Right.
Okay, go on.
Isaiah 11 verse 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse,
right,
which shall stand for an ensign of the people.
And the man that came out of the root of Jesse is Yahweh Shai. Okay? He came out of that lineage. David and then Jesse. Go on.
To it shall the Gentiles seek, right, and his rest shall be glorious.
Right, and his rest shall be glorious.
We were talking about that before, when we were entering into the rest.
Right. That's what we said, right. Way early before. Now we're going back to that. You know? So we have a rest coming for us, but we just don't know exactly the date and time that's going to happen. But we know based on the signs, we know we are at the end of this world. Just like we saw earlier, we saw chariots, and we see blood moons, blue moons, micro moons, all manner of different phenomenons we see, and we see chariots too.
Even on the volcanoes, brother. Look at the rock.
Right.
It's still going on and on and on.
Hawaii. Yeah.
It's still going on.
Can I say
These
something?
are signs of the end of Esau's going.
Yeah, I got a live stream and I was watching the Hawaiian volcanoes on live stream. So as the brother's saying, it's a continuous thing, and they're monitoring it. You know how it's up and down. Basically, it's a continuous thing. That's all.
Right. So that's what you have going on. So all of these things are proving what we've been saying all along and what we're saying right now. Go on.
Right, and this is verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall say his hand again, the second time,
right,
to recover the remnant of his people.
Right, to recover this time the remnant of his people. The first time was when we was in ancient Egypt, when them chariots came forth to deliver the children of Israel. Now it's going to be the second time. The second time is going to be a lot more glorious and magnificent and majestic than the first one.
Never before.
Okay, go on.
To recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
And that's happening right now, because what you have is what's happening today is we're being gathered by the word. The Lord is rearranging us by the word. So you have brothers in Peru right now, you have brothers in Australia, you have brothers in all kinds of these different lands around the world. So we're being gathered by the word, but this is talking about the physical salvation. The physical salvation is going to take place the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shah. Go on.
They say, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations.
Meaning an example. Go on.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
And the example is Yahweh Shah.
Enzyme is a sign.
Yeah, a sign. Oh, right, right. Ensign, right.
Sign.
I stand correct. So the point of the matter is that we're going to set up a sign, or it's really the doings of Yahweh Shah. Okay, that sign is going to be there. He's going to be an example or a sign unto the people. Go on.
They say, and gather together the dispersed of Judah.
And to gather together the dispersed of Judah. You had the transatlantic slave trade as well. That furthered in the scatterization of all. Go on.
And the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Right, go on.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
Right.
Right.
And that's talking about Esau, ain't it? Go on.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah,
right,
and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
And who's Ephraim? Ephraim are the so-called Hispanics.
Right,
Latino, South Central American Indians, okay? They're Ephraim. They represent the northern kingdom of Israel. And the so-called Negroes, whether he calls himself a so-called African-American Negro or West Indian Negro, okay, or a Nigerian Negro, all of these different Negroes out there, their line goes back to the southern kingdom. And they're all going to come together and be as one head. Okay, not two heads, not three heads, but one head. In unison, baby. Going. No pictures.
It says, but they, verse 14, but they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines.
Right, we're going to make a trip to the Philistines in Sudan and these different Hamitic neighborhoods. And we're going to take them out, man. Right, we're going to take a vacation and we're going to subdue them under our rule. Okay, go on.
Toward the west, they shall spoil them of the east together.
Right. They shall spoil them of the east together. So we're going to spoil every nation under the sun. East Indians. Even them East Indians too, the Edomites.
Arabs.
Right.
The Middle East.
Right, the Middle East. You have them Arabs that are there. Okay, you have also the Asherites there. Okay, you have Ishmael that is there. All of those Arabs, the word Arab means mixed. So they're all mixed in together. But all of those people in the east, they're going to be subdued, man. In that Quran, they're going to have to put that shit down.
Yes, bro. We're going to run up, we're going to fly up, on their shoulders, man. We're going to come down from the skies on them Sudanese. It's actually telling us how we're going to do it.
Yep.
We're actually going to fly, the Philistines are going to look up with all the flyers.
Yep.
They're going to see like a host of black angels come down on them, just grabbing them up.
Putting them to flight.
Yeah. That's how it's going to be.
So all of the tribes are going to come together and they're going to be delivered to the land of the north. Give me the one in the chapter.
And it says, they shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them.
Right, read that verse again.
But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines.
Right, they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines. So we're going to fly right on top of their ass. And we're going to tell them how to conduct themselves. Go on.
Toward the west, they shall spoil them of the east together.
Okay.
They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab.
And it says they shall lay their hand upon Edom. As we've always been explaining throughout the years who Edom is. Edom is the so-called white man. And it tells you that the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. And that's going to take place in the book of Obadiah. What is it? The first chapter. And that's 1,000 years into the future. Okay, start from their slavery. And they're going to be cut off so much so to the point where we're going to wind up taking their land from them. Okay, pursuant to Amos, the 9th chapter. That we may possess the remnant of Edom. Now when you look at that word, remnant of Edom, it's going to tie you back to the landmass. Alright? That's what it's going to show you. So we have a lot to look forward to, man. We have a lot to look forward to, brother.
Right.
You know? So all of this getting weak in the spirit, man. Carrying on with the madness, you gotta stop all of that. There's no need for all of that, man. You got some, man.
Yes, Sirach chapter 36, verse 1.
You got the root.
Have mercy upon us, O Lord God of all, and behold us.
Verse 5. Chapter 5. Chapter 5. verse first. Go on.
Have mercy upon us, O Lord, God of all.